Take two. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach. Yeah, kicking ass today, boy, I'll tell you. So anyway, we're even a little bit later than we were previously because I went live on my personal page and was wondering why. I figured there'd be at least a few people, right? Well, two of you popped on and then Jonelle said, you're on your personal page. So here we are on the business page where we belong. Good morning, Carolyn. You found me again. Good. Glad you're here. And I'm sure Jonelle will be popping in, and then we'll see who else pops in. Because since we're a little later this morning, perhaps some of the ones who usually watched the replay will actually be on live. We shall see. Anywho, the reason I'm so late today is I read too long into the night. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Jonelle. Hello again. Yes. For those of you who are just popping on, I was live on my personal page until Jonelle said, you're on the wrong page. So here we are, starting over. And I have a cute little thing to share with you that I got yesterday. That was fun. Diane and I went to Oshkosh to look at some property that a church has and see if that would be a good spot for the intentional community. It's really hard to tell when there's snow all over everything, but I also kind of have a sense of it from Google Earth. So we'll see. Anywho, glad you're all here this morning. My little counter is off. I know there's 3 of you here, and it's saying 2. Oh, well. Let's start with a little tapping. We'll go back to our tapping. We tapped on the other page. We'll tap on this page. What the heck? In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Grounding through the soles of your feet and the base of your spine. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Settling into right here, right now, this moment. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Next breath, let's slow it way down. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. There we are. And our card for today is hope. But first I want to show you this cute little thing. There is a ginormous St. Vinny's in Oshkosh. And so we thought we'd stop and wander in there just for some fun. And found this cute little sweater. I don't know if that's cross stitch or needlepoint or what it is, but cute little sweater in a frame. They actually had another one, exactly the same. Good morning, Beth. But it was in reds and greens, and I liked the blue one. So $2. $2. There was my purchase. And this one I can leave up on my desk for the entire winter. So it's not just Christmas decor, which I found quite pleasing as well. So we had a good time yesterday. Went to a restaurant I hadn't been to since I was probably in college, which was the early 80s. It was really good. It was really good. Good morning, Maureen. Welcome. Glad you are here. So again, today's card comes from the Virtues Reflection card deck. And our word for today, and Carolyn, you're going to like this, hope. And it has a rainbow, like you always share. Mel always shares a rainbow as well, so maybe she'll pop on today too. Hope. Good morning, Nancy. Yes, I am here. I am woefully late, but I am here. So, yeah, I just read too long into the night last night, and then when I woke up, I saw on my phone that it was -6 with a wind chill of -19, and I thought, why do I want to roll out in this? But here we are. Here we are. Everybody being brave. So let's take a breath and we'll hear about hope. Hope. Hope is looking to the future with trust and faith. There are those 2 words again. They come up all the time, don't they? We just keep getting the reminders. Faith and trust and faith. Over and over. It is optimism in the face of adversity. Without hope, we lose our will to live fully. Hope gives us the courage to keep moving forward. It can be elusive when we've suffered, often. Yet it is the light that can redeem our dreams. With hope, we know we are not alone. There is always help when we are willing to ask. That's the hardest piece for many of us, the asking. Sometimes because we don't want to be seen as not able to do it ourselves. Good morning, Janine. Welcome, welcome. Sometimes because we're afraid we're going to be told no. We need practice with hearing no. We need much practice with hearing no. No is just a not yet. Try again. Try with someone else. Keep asking. Eventually you will get a yes. Remember that poor guy who just wanted to dance and he was asking all the girls and everyone was saying no. Eventually he was out on the dance floor with someone, wasn't he? Because he just persisted. We can be persistent as well. We can be persistent as well. There is always help when we are willing to ask. There are gifts to be gleaned from all that happens. That has been a common theme for us, hasn't it? That regardless of what's happening, it behooves us to ask ourselves, what am I meant to learn from this? What are the gifts in this chaos? What are the gifts in this disappointment? What are the gifts in this crisis, this disaster, whatever it is? What are the gifts? And even if we can't see them immediately, maybe it takes a week, a month, a year down the road before we can truly see them and feel into them. Nonetheless, we can ask the question at the time, and that gets our mind already working on it. What are the gifts here? What are the gifts? With hope, we find the confidence to try and try again. And again, as little kids, we are tenacious. Whether it's learning to whistle, to ride a bike, to tie our shoes, to walk, we keep at it. You never see a kid who's fallen down and they just stay there forever and ever and ever. Eventually they get back up. They may need a few sniffles or whatever, and you can do it from mom or dad or whatever, but they eventually try again. So the quote is from Barbara Kingsolver, and I love this quote. The very least you can do in your life is to figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope. Not admire it from a distance, but live right in it, under its roof. Love that. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to read it again. Barbara Kingsolver. The very least you can do in your life is to figure out what you hope for. And the most you can do is live inside that hope. Not admire it from a distance, but live right in it, under its roof. Let's take a breath on that one. I love that one. That's awesome. The practice of hope. So here are the I statements. Pick out one you love and run with it for the day. I maintain a positive attitude. I maintain a positive attitude. I embrace my life fully. I embrace my life fully. I have faith in the value of life. I have faith in the value of life. I have the confidence to succeed. I have the confidence to succeed. I seek to discern life's lessons. I seek to discern life's lessons. I persevere through all conditions. I persevere through all conditions. And then the last one. I am thankful for the gift of hope. It is the light of my life. I am thankful for the gift of hope. It is the light of my life. And oftentimes we have kind of jaded views of hope. So hopefully this kind of freshens up your view of hope. It gives you gives it a new luster, shall we say. Try back on that hope. Muster up a little bit of faith and trust that if I just keep moving forward methodically, a little step at a time, a toenail's length, whatever, that I'm eventually going to get where I want to get to. And even if I don't make it all the way to the end goal, I will be a whole lot closer. And whatever is happening at that point on the way, it's probably going to be better than where I am if I choose to do nothing to move things forward. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. I was talking to a friend about that, and she was talking about the incremental, that's such a good word, the incremental steps she was taking to right her life. And yes, if you look at the whole thing, it can feel insurmountable, overwhelming. But you know why that is? Because that's from our linear human view. We're looking at it from just the perspective of what I can do personally. Good morning, Diane. Glad you're here. We miss out on at that point, when we're in that overwhelm, we miss out on the point that the universe gets to respond. God's going to respond here. So we take a step forward, and God in the universe comes rushing forward 10 steps. Much can change then, right? Much can change. We may look at our circumstance and say, I can't see any way this is going to get any better ever, but I'm going to take a step. I'm going to take one little step to do something. And I'm going to practice my openness to receiving those 10 steps from God in the universe. I've made my one little toenail length step. What's forthcoming? Then I'll do another one. Then I'll do another one. Doors will open. Windows will open. Other doors will close. Things will change. Pretty soon, it's easier to keep taking those steps forward. You may find you're able to take bigger steps. You may find that there's a series of those small steps that come readily. However it unfolds, it unfolds. But when we come from that place of hope, we are aware, we're ready, we're in that faith and trust. What was her words? Live right in it, right under its roof. Live inside that hope. When we do that, the magic happens. Much can unfold. Even what we can't possibly see as we're beginning to take that first incremental step. So, that's it for today. Thank you for hunting me down on my business page. Thank you, Jonille, for letting me know I was on the other page. I appreciate it. Sometimes there are just those days. We just have to keep on rolling, right? Have an awesome day. Happy Sunday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.